Today Baba says that he has come to take us back. So, do you understand that Shiv Baba has come to take us back? Yes? Do you want to go back? How many of you want to go back? Yes. Some want to go back, others don't want to go back. Yes. So, whether you want it, don't want it, when Shiv Baba comes, he takes us back. Back where? To the soul world, to our home. Now you see, that is good news, that we want to go back, yeah, or that it's time to go back. Why is that good news? Because now we will leave the world of sorrow and first go to the world of peace. So this Kali Yuga is a world of sorrow, and then our home, Param Dham, Shanti Dham, soul world, is a world of peace, and then from there we will come to the world of happiness. So this is good news that we want to, that Shiv Baba has come to take us back. But sometimes, we become so twisted in our thinking that we cannot even appreciate the good. Yes? Have you seen that some people, when they become rich and famous, they say that I miss the poverty and I miss, living in the small house, and I miss miss the benefits of that life. And that shows that, sometimes we get attached to even that which is not so great, because it just becomes a habit. And habits are very interesting, because when something becomes a habit, then you want to continue with that habit, although you understand that this is not the best way to be, or the best place to be, or the best person to be with. So this is what happens when we live 63 births in the world of sorrow. Sometimes people don't even understand that it's happy news that Shiv Baba has come to remove us from the world of sorrow and take us to the world of peace and to the world of happiness. Now, this is one thing that we understand, it's a good idea to go back. Second thing is, can you go back if you are frustrated with the world as it is right now? So, do you, if you hate the present world, if you don't like the present situations and you're frustrated with them, can you go back? So, no, because the law says whatever you resist will persist. So, if you don't want something, then you will get more of it. So that is how the law works. So first thing is, we understand that this world is also a product of our karma, and whatever we have right now is because of what we did under the sway or influence of vices for 63 births. So our present condition is not to be hated, but accepted knowledgefully. So because we know that, this drama, whatever we are, whatever place we are in right now, this drama has also, so just like, when you look at an embroidery and you look at the front part and it's beautifully embroidered, and then you look at the back and it's all, threads here and there. So this drama that looks very organized is made up of karma. So karma is also the flip side of drama. So I told you when we were discussing the picture of the ladder that karma is an aspect of time, and in Satyug and Treta Yuga we do akarma anyway, and in Copper Age and Iron Age we do vikarma anyway, because we are body conscious and we are under the influence of vices, so we do vikarma. So that vikarma has given rise to this situation. We didn't do anything intentionally, but because we were under the influence of vices, we did that karma. So Shiv Baba says that now you have to understand that this situation is what it is, and you don't have to resist it. You have to have loving acceptance, knowledgeful acceptance of whatever is, because it is a product of my own creation, right? Second is, you have to be happy that you are where you are, playing your part with Shiv Baba, and then also happy that Shiv Baba is going to take you back, because you see, Baba takes us back, but Baba doesn't take us back just like that. So for going back, we need to have two things. First is, we need to become bodiless. So you have to finish attachments with the body, because you will go back, you the soul, the body will not. So you have to finish attachment with the body. And second thing is, you have to become pure. That is, you have to, with yoga power, you have to burn your sins. So when you have enough yoga power, and when you have burnt your sins, and then you are not attached to the body, only then can we go back, because the world that we want to go back to is a pure world, and we cannot go back with sins, and we cannot go back with a body. So we have to purify ourselves, we have to practice bodilessness and then go back. Now what if we don't do that? Okay, suppose Shiv Baba has come to take us back, and Shiv Baba says practice becoming pure, practice being bodiless so that you can go back. So what if we don't do that? Will we not go back? Yes, we will go back even then. But then we will go back through punishment. So this bodilessness and this purity will be ensured through punishment. And Baba says that there are two methods to purify yourself. One is in my love. So in Hindi we say pyar se or maar se. So Baba says, now I have come, I am lovingly teaching you how to practice to be bodiless, and I am teaching you how to burn your sins by remembering me. But if you don't do that, then also you will have to go back. And when I take you back, you will receive a lot of punishment. And what is punishment? So whenever you suffer, that's punishment. So when you don't purify yourself, when you don't finish your attachment to the body through yoga power, then you have too much attachment with the body and too much impurity. And then when it's time to leave the body, you feel a lot of pain. So you feel like, like somebody is ripping you of your skin. So that kind of pain and suffering the soul feels when you are attached to the body and it's time to go. So Shiv Baba says, if you don't want to experience that kind of pain, then just listen to me and prepare yourself. And second thing, if you purify yourself with effort, if you do what Baba says, and especially if you put in hours together in Baba's remembrance so that you burn your sins, if you made that effort, then you get purified through effort. And when you purify yourself through effort, then you receive a position in the golden age also. But those who get purified through punishment, they don't receive a position in the golden age. I told you that, right? That we will all go, and we will all go to the pure world by becoming pure, but only those who become pure will, with effort, they will not receive, they will receive the high position in golden age. And those who become pure through punishment, they will come later when the world has become sorrowful, maybe in the copper age or maybe in the iron age. So Shiv Baba says that, you know, in bhakti we call Shiv Baba Kalon ke Kal Mahakal. So, and in English that is translated as death of deaths. So he is the death of deaths, and when he has come, he will take all of us back. And if you look around today, then there is enough evidence in the scenes of the drama to trust that yes, what Shiv Baba is saying is happening, and it is time to go back. So Shiv Baba says, you just don't have to understand that it's time to go back, but you also have to understand that you have to remember Shiv Baba and become pure. And you see, when you sit in remembrance, so do you sit in meditations? How many of you have started getting up at 4 and meditating? So has anybody started that? So one, and anybody else? No. So that morning meditation, Amrit Vela meditation, that is the time to meditate and the foundation for the whole day, so that you can stay in Shiv Baba's remembrance for the whole day. You have to lay the foundation early morning. And Shiv Baba says we have to make that effort if we want to become pure and go back. Now, you see, when we sit in meditation, when we sit in Shiv Baba's remembrance, then we remember everybody else, only Shiv Baba doesn't come into remembrance. Yes, have you noticed that? Very difficult to keep Shiv Baba in your awareness and feel the love and light, and everything else comes into your remembrance, not Shiv Baba. Why? Because, you know, all that we remember is of this world, and you see, we remember that which we have attachment to. Yes, so many things you are attached to in the old world, and if you look at it, if you look at all the things that distract you during your remembrance, they are the things that you are attached to. So you are even attached to people who you don't like, because you think about them also when you sit in meditation. And you think about your past, which you say is bitter, and you think about your future, which you think is uncertain, but you only don't remember Shiv Baba. So everything else comes into awareness because we are attached to the good and the bad of the old world. But the interesting thing is, if you are attached to something that is going to go away, that is perishable, then all that attachment will give you is only pain. Yes, and just perform one exercise. Just close your eyes for 1 minute and think about everything that you call mine, or everything that you think is yours. Everything, right from the body to everything that you think you like or you're attached to or you think belongs to you. Okay, think about all of those things and just see them before yourself. Okay, and then ask yourself one question: is any of all of this not perishable or not changeable? So everything that you call your own, everything that you are attached to, is going to change and perish. Do you understand that? Yes, everything, every single thing, even this body, everything that you are attached to, everything that distracts you in your meditation is perishable and changeable. And when that changes and perishes, where does that leave you? In deep sorrow. Yes, so Shri Baba says that now when it's time to go back, then if I leave the body in sorrow, okay, in my final moments, so you just imagine the final moment. What will happen in the final moment? Everything that you just thought about is going to collapse in front of your eyes. Yes, and in that final moment, if you have attachment to it, then you will be in sorrow. So the state of the soul in the final moment will be sorrowful. And then when you leave the body in that state of sorrow, then what will be your antmate sogati? So the spiritual law says your final thoughts or state will lead you to your destination. So just like in accounting we say the closing balance of 31st March is equal to the opening balance of 1st April. So whatever state you leave your body in this birth is the state in which you will be born. Now if you leave the body in this kind of a state, sorrowful state, then will you go to the world of happiness? Because for 2 yugas, Satyuga and Treta Yuga, there will be no sorrow. So you cannot find a place in heaven on earth because you leave the body in sorrow. So Shri Baba says that everyday practice remembering just one Baba, because I, the soul, will go with Baba only and nobody else. So sometimes we find that it's a good idea to remove our attachment from those who we don't like, but we don't want to remove our attachments from those who we like. So there was this one Mata, and when she came to the center, so when I was talking about detachment, she said, yes, I want to be detached from my mother-in-law, but I don't want to be detached from my husband, because my husband is very nice and my mother-in-law is not nice at all. So I want to be detached from her. So teach me detachment so I can detach from her. But I don't want to be detached from my husband. And then she said, why should we be detached from the ones who are good to us and they are nice and loving? So the point is, they are good, but they are perishable. They are good, but they are not your eternal companion. They will not go with you. You will leave at a different time and they will leave at a different time. And even if you leave together, you will not go to the same place, because where you go will depend on your individual karma. So Shri Baba tells us that you have to, when you sit in meditation, so you see, just like when you want to fly. So when an airplane flies, so there is something that keeps rotating, and that gives the momentum for the plane to fly, right? So here also you have to keep churning the knowledge so that you can take the flight of yoga. So yoga is like a flight, and you have to churn the knowledge so that you can take the flight of yoga. And what knowledge do you have to churn? So you have to keep thinking that, I am a soul and my only relationship is with Shiv Baba. Everybody else around me is like a co-passenger. Yes, they will not go with you until the destination. What is the destination? Destination is going back home. So you will go with Shiv Baba, and everybody else will leave the train at their own stoppage. So Shiv Baba says that everybody is a co-passenger. Nobody is your companion. I am your companion. So you have to understand that, and the more you churn over it, the more you think about it, that I am a soul and my only eternal companion is Shiv Baba. So let me remember him, and everyone else is there. I am playing my role with them. I don't have to neglect them, or I don't have to, do anything wrong to them. I don't have to ignore them. But I have to knowledgefully detach myself that they are there, but they are not eternal companions. And then you just remember Shiv Baba. Second thing, why do we remember people? Who do we remember? So we mostly remember two kinds of people. One, who we have a relationship with, and second, one who gives us something. So yes, we may feel that we are very altruistic, but we are very selfish by nature, and we only love the ones who give us something. Have you seen that when somebody dies, then nobody cries and says, what will happen to this person? They cry for themselves. They say, what will happen to me? I'm left behind. So they never cry for the person who is gone because everybody is selfish. You only love people for what they give you. And so it could be emotional, it could be physical, it could be financial, it could be anything, but you only love people because of what they give you. And now that you understand that your basic need is knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, and power, and everything else that you think you need is your need because you are lacking in these basic qualities. So do you understand that when you are full of knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, and power, then everything that you think you need will flow to you organically. You will attract it. Yes, but because we don't understand that we need this, we think we need other stuff. We think we need physical support, we think we need financial support, we think we need social support and other kinds of things. But if you are spiritually powerful, then whatever you need will flow to you. You will not have to beg and plead for it. So Shiv Baba says that A, you understand that Shiv Baba is my only eternal companion. B, you understand that Shiv Baba is the only one who gives me what I really need. So, and how does Shiv Baba give you what you need? When you remember him. So, just like when you feel thirsty, you need to drink water. If you rub water on your skin, it's not going to get absorbed. You need to eat food. You need to, when you want to see something good, you need your eyes. When you want to hear, you need ears. Similarly, every organ is an input organ, but it is meant for different things. Similarly, your buddhi is the one that receives love and light from Shiv Baba. And only when you connect your buddhi yoga, you can draw the powers and virtues and knowledge from Shiv Baba. So Shiv Baba says that when you understand that in yoga, Shiv Baba is the one who is filling me with that which I really need, and when you understand the importance of that, then you will have concentrated yoga with Baba. And then nothing else will distract you, because you understand that this is the time for me to fill myself with yoga power. And at this time, this is the most important activity, nothing else matters. And you are distracted because you don't understand how important it is to receive what Shiv Baba is giving you. So one is your eternal relationship is with Shiv Baba, the one who relationships, why do we value relationships? So that they are there for us. So the one who is always there for you is Shiv Baba alone. And then second thing is, you get everything from Shiv Baba only. Everything else you get from others is just a byproduct. Do you understand that? If you're spiritually powerful, then people and situations will become the instruments for you to give you everything. But they are not the ones giving you. The one giving you is Shiv Baba, because it's your spiritual stage that is attracting everything. Yes, so Shiv Baba says, when you understand that the only relationship that matters is your relationship with Shiv Baba, and the only one who gives you attainments is Shiv Baba, then you will be able to have good focused yoga with Baba. You will value that time, you will value that engagement with Baba, and you will wait for Amrit Vela. Yes, if you ask me, I wait for 4 a.m. every morning. I feel that, that's such a powerful time to receive love and light from Baba. And when you get that taste, when you get up in the morning and you feel that, Shiv Baba is filling you with so much energy, so much peace, so much purity in the early morning hours, then you will wait for every Amrit Vela. You will not be able to sleep in Amrit Vela. And Shiv Baba says, why we are not able to meditate is because we are not understanding the importance of this relationship and attainment from Baba. And Baba says, if you remember me, I will purify you, I will burn your sins. And also, when you remember Shiv Baba, you first tune into your spiritual state, you become bodiless, and then remember Baba, because you, the soul, remember Baba. The remembering Baba has got nothing to do with the body. So it also increases your practice of bodilessness, and it prepares you for going back. So Shiv Baba says, just do this and give everyone else also the message to do this. Okay, so tell everybody. So you see, everybody is remembering God. Yes, and when trouble times come, people remember God very much. I remember when it was COVID, at that time, the most searched word on the internet was prayer and meditation. Because when times become difficult, everybody wants to connect with God. But the problem is, you can only connect with the one you know. And people think that God is a bodily being. And that is why in body consciousness, they just keep calling out to God. But Baba says that you have to tell everybody that you are a soul, you are bodiless, and so is Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba is also just a point of light, and he is the ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of purity. And you have to teach everybody how to, tune into Shiv Baba, how to turn their attention towards that ocean of love and light, and to draw power from Shiv Baba. So you have to do it for yourself and you have to teach everybody, because every soul now has to go back. And you see, teaching every soul how to remember Baba and purify themselves is the greatest service to humanity that we can do now. Yes, so Shri Baba says, A, you do that for yourself, and B, you tell everybody you teach everybody the method to do that. Because when you tell everybody, remember God, they remember some bodily being. Yes, but that is not God. God is bodiless. And only when you know you are bodiless and you turn your mind and intellect to the one who is bodiless, but not just bodiless, he is an ocean of love, light, purity, peace, joy. When they know Baba like that, then they can draw in the benefits that Baba is giving them. So teach everybody that. And then in the Murli today, Baba talks about, I told about detachment also, but in detachment, we need to understand one thing. Detachment doesn't mean dissociation. Yes, and you see, we are so selfish that when we feel that people are the ones giving us everything, then we are attached to them. And when we understand that people are not the ones giving us everything, then sometimes we just disconnect. Yes, we just dissociate. Or, like sannyasis, they run away from home, they leave their families. But Shiv Baba says no. Just like attaching is a sin, neglecting and rejecting is also a sin. Okay, so you do not reject anybody, you do not neglect anybody. So Baba has taught us that you have to be detached and loving. Okay, so you have to not be detached, but detached and loving. Because one, you are detached because you understand that nobody is your eternal companion and nobody gives you what you really need. So that knowledge, that awareness makes you not attach. But then you have to be very loving. And what is the sign of love? So, what is love? So, how do you express love? So, does cuddling and hugging and touching and wishing birthdays and anniversaries and or take, so are these signs of love? So, because people think that these are the signs of love, but what is a sign of love? How do you become detached and loving? So, detached we understood, but then how do we introduce loving? So, loving means you accept people as they are. Yes, detached and loving has to be at the same time. Detached because you know that, not detached. So you see, how do we become detached in the world? In the world, we become detached when we are hurt. Yes, so people are very attached to somebody and then somebody doesn't meet their expectations and then they are hurt and they become detached. But that is not detachment, that is hatred. Okay, and Shiv Baba doesn't teach us that. Shiv Baba says, you understand, you are detaching with knowledge. Knowledge tells you that everybody is just a soul. They are not the ones who give you what you need because you are a soul and your needs are spiritual. And you understand that your eternal companion is only Shiv Baba. There are some who will leave you before you leave the body. There are some who will go up to your deathbed and they will burn you until the body goes away. They will stand there. But nobody will go with you. Only Shiv Baba will go with you. So Shiv Baba says that you understand that these relationships are temporary, and you have the sensibility to not attach with something that is temporary. Or do you attach with something that is temporary? Yes, you always attach with something that you think is permanent. Yes, but now you have the knowledge that nothing is permanent. So you knowledgefully detach. Detachment is an attitude. Detachment is not, hating somebody or treating somebody with indifference or showing them that I'm detached. So, there are many people who put on that also, that, I don't care for you and I'm detached from you. So, that is not detachment. That is something else. That is negative emotions doing their work. But Baba says, detach with knowledge, but stay loving. What is loving? Loving is, first sign of loving is acceptance. You accept people as they are. You have no problem with their sanskars. You are not irritated or disturbed or upset about who they are and how they behave, and you are okay with their sanskars. That is loving. And then second sign of loving is care. You give them what they need. Yes, somebody needs support, somebody needs encouragement, somebody needs companionship. You give them that. But stay in your limits. Yes, don't. So somebody wants you to go shopping, but it's time for you to meditate. Don't go shopping with them because you set your boundaries. Care with healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries for yourself and then caring for the other. If that care doesn't involve crossing your boundaries, then you are ready to care. Yes, for example, if somebody tells you to wake them up at 1 o'clock in the night and it's time for you to take a nap because your day finishes at 11 and then you have to get up at 4. So if you get up at 11, then it's going to disturb you. So say no. Say, I can't do that. You set an alarm for yourself and get up. Yes, but somebody tells you that, just wake me up at 4 when you get up. Yes, you can do that. So care. So do whatever is possible for you emotionally, physically. It is not, you don't have to overstep your boundaries while doing that. And do as much as you can because you care. You care so that you can bring benefit to the other soul. So that is loving. And what is the greatest sign of care? Give them spiritual knowledge, because they will learn how to take care of themselves if they have this knowledge. So that is detached and loving. So Shri Baba says, first detach from everyone, just remember me, and because I am the ocean of love, you also acquire that quality to serve everyone, to love everyone, to take care of everyone and accept them as they are. No judgment, no labels on anybody. So this is the attitude that we have to create. Okay. Only performing duties without your man is okay. Which means that you're not interested but just performing duties. Now you have to understand that whatever you do for a long period of time will become your sanskar. So if you are emotionless, feelingless, and performing duties like a robot, you will become a robot. Do you want to become a robot? No. So emerge good feelings. When you're performing duties, does it ache to do it with love? It doesn't ache, it doesn't cost you, it doesn't ache you to do it with love and happiness, does it? You're cooking food and giving to somebody, does it cost you to smile and do it with love? No, it doesn't cost you anything. So you are anyways doing your duty, but if you smile, your sanskar will become that of smiling. If you do it with love, your heart will be full of love. Because what you create on the inside is received by the other, but first it is received by you, because you create it. So never do any duty without pure feelings. Always be very interested, very enthusiastic, very loving, very happy, very hopeful, very, very interested when you do something. And that is, when you do all of that, then your sanskar of being happy, being loveful, being interested, having enthusiasm rises. So when there is a duty to be done, do it nicely. Okay. Om Shanti. So, okay, by the time night comes, bad thoughts start taking over again, and I start again waiting for morning class. Why? You can revise the night class also. Okay, there is a class at 9 also. You sit and revise that. So when you again attend the class at 9, then those thoughts will be refreshed. Just like, you see, we need to understand that everybody has to decide for themselves what is the dose of Gyan and Yoga that you need to keep yourself stable. Okay, and then what is the dose you need to improve. So if you think that just to keep yourself stable also you need 2 times Gyan, take it. What is the big deal? Yes, and if you think that, for growth you need another time, then, just think about it. Okay, just think about it and dwell on these points of knowledge and churn them so that it takes you one step ahead. But what I underlined today is yoga is very powerful. So have meditations. Have meditations. Try and sit for meditations. Or even though there is a lot of distraction, just try until you get it. Because that is where you will get real power. Okay. Rejection is pap karam, because when you reject somebody, what are you doing? You are finishing their self-confidence. When Shiv Baba comes, the first thing he gives us is self-confidence, doesn't he? You are a diamond, you are a sparkling star, you are my dear child. Are we dear or diamond or sparkling? None of them. Right now we are in a very bad state. But Baba says all these nice things to us. Why? Because he wants to boost our self-confidence so that we do something for ourselves. And if you reject somebody, if you label them as inefficient, inept, whatever, when you reject somebody, you are lowering their self-confidence, and that is a big pap karam. Because when they lose confidence in themselves, they lose everything. So never make anybody lose confidence in themselves. And no soul in the world has this knowledge that they have to maintain their self-esteem come what may. So they play along, right? When you, as a mentor or as a parent or as somebody who they look up to or they value your words, when you reject them, they reject themselves. And that is pap karma. Okay? Om Shanti.